Every year, one royal event stands above almost all others in terms of tradition, symbolism, and public attention. That event is Trooping the Colour. For many people watching around the world, it may look like a spectacular military parade filled with marching soldiers, magnificent horses, royal carriages, and impressive flypasts overhead. But Trooping the Colour is much more than a celebration. It is one of the oldest and most important traditions in British royal history. Its roots stretch back more than 250 years. The ceremony became associated with the official birthday of the British monarch during the reign of King George II in the 18th century. Because Britain's weather is often unpredictable, monarchs with birthdays during colder months traditionally celebrated an official birthday in summer when large public events could be held outdoors. Over time, the ceremony evolved into one of the most recognizable royal occasions in the world. Today, it attracts thousands of spectators who travel from across the United Kingdom and beyond to witness the spectacle in person. Millions more watch on television and online. Yet despite its military precision and colourful pageantry, the true importance of Trooping the Colour lies in what it represents: continuity, stability, tradition, and the enduring relationship between the monarchy and the nation. For a few hours, the world sees the royal family gathered together in one place. The cameras capture not only the king, but also those who may one day carry the institution forward. That is why royal watchers study every detail. They pay attention to who participates, they notice who receives prominent roles, they observe interactions between family members, and they search for clues about the future. This is especially true during periods of transition. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II marked the end of one of the longest and most remarkable reigns in history. Now, under King Charles III, the monarchy is entering a new chapter. Naturally, many people are asking questions. How will the institution evolve? Who will take on greater responsibilities? Which members of the royal family will shape its future? And can the monarchy continue to connect with younger generations in an increasingly modern world? These questions help explain why this year's Trooping the Colour attracted such intense interest. People were not simply watching a parade. They were watching the future unfold before their eyes. Every appearance carried significance. Every public moment was analysed. Every royal family member seemed to represent a different part of the monarchy's journey ahead. And as the ceremony progressed, one thing became increasingly clear. King Charles III may be leading the monarchy today, but many eyes were already looking toward those who will define its future tomorrow. And no figure attracted more attention in that regard than the man standing first in line to inherit the throne, Prince William. In many ways, this year's event revealed just how important his role has already become. As Trooping the Colour began, all eyes were naturally drawn to one man, King Charles III. For decades, he waited longer than any heir in British history to become monarch. Now, after spending much of his life preparing for the role, he stands at the centre of an institution that is both deeply traditional and constantly evolving. This year's Trooping the Colour offered another opportunity for the king to demonstrate his leadership. But it also revealed something more important. It showed how determined he remains to guide the monarchy through a period of significant change. When King Charles III appeared during the ceremony, he projected an image of duty and continuity. That image matters. Throughout history, monarchs have served as symbols of stability during times of uncertainty. Their role is not political. Instead, they represent continuity from one generation to the next. And that responsibility has become especially important following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. For 70 years, she was a constant presence in British life. Many people could hardly imagine the monarchy without her. When King Charles III inherited the throne, he also inherited the enormous challenge of following one of the most respected monarchs in modern history. That was never going to be easy. Every decision would be compared to the example set by his mother. Every public appearance would be examined. Every step would be measured against decades of royal tradition. Yet Trooping the Colour demonstrated that King Charles III is steadily establishing his own identity as monarch. His reign has focused on preserving the institution while gradually adapting it for the future. He has often spoken about efficiency, modernization, and ensuring that the monarchy remains relevant in the 21st century. Those goals are easier to discuss than they are to achieve. The world today is very different from the one Queen Elizabeth II inherited in 1952. Social media has transformed public expectations. News travels instantly. Every royal appearance is analysed in real time. Every photograph can become a global headline within minutes. Leading a monarchy in this environment requires a careful balance between tradition and modernization, and that balance was visible throughout the day's events. The ceremony honored centuries of history, the military traditions remained intact, the pageantry remained magnificent, yet the broader message seemed clear: the monarchy is looking forward as well as backward. King Charles III understands that preserving the crown is not simply about protecting traditions, it is about preparing the institution for future generations. That may be why so many observers viewed this year's Trooping the Colour as more than a birthday celebration. They saw a monarch actively shaping the next chapter of royal history. But while the king commanded attention throughout the event, there was another reason many viewers were watching so closely. Standing nearby was the man who will one day inherit everything, the future king, Prince William, and as the ceremony unfolded, it became increasingly clear that his role within the monarchy continues to grow larger with every passing year. If King Charles III represented the present of the monarchy during Trooping the Colour, then Prince William clearly represented its future. For years, William has prepared for the enormous responsibility that awaits him. As the heir to the throne, he has spent his entire life knowing that one day he will become king. But this year's ceremony suggested that the future may be arriving faster than many people realize. Throughout the event, Prince William carried himself with the confidence and composure expected of a future monarch. His role was highly visible, his presence was unmistakable, and for many royal observers, he appeared increasingly comfortable in the position he is destined to inherit. This is not something that happened overnight. William has spent years gradually taking on more responsibilities within the royal family. He has represented the crown at major events, he has met world leaders, he has supported charitable causes across a wide range of issues, and he has become one of the most recognizable and respected members of the royal family. What makes William particularly important is that he bridges two worlds. On one hand, he is deeply connected to royal tradition. He understands the history of the monarchy and the responsibilities that come with it. On the other hand, he is also seen as a modern figure who understands the challenges facing younger generations. This combination may prove critical to the monarchy's future. As society changes, institutions must find ways to remain relevant while preserving their core values. Many people believe Prince William is uniquely positioned to help achieve that balance. His popularity reflects this belief. Polls and public reactions frequently place him among the most trusted members of the royal family. Wherever he appears, large crowds gather, people listen to what he says, and many see him as the natural leader of the monarchy's next chapter. That reality was impossible to ignore during Trooping the Colour. Every camera seemed eager to capture his movements. Every appearance generated discussion, and every interaction was examined for clues about the future. Yet William's growing importance is not only about his position as heir to the throne, it is also about the image he presents. He is often viewed as a devoted husband, a dedicated father, and a steady public servant. Those qualities matter because the monarchy depends heavily on public trust. People are not simply watching royal ceremonies. They are evaluating the individuals who will carry the institution forward, and during this year's celebration, Prince William appeared to pass that test with confidence. However, despite the attention focused on him, there was another royal who generated just as much interest among viewers around the world. A woman whose influence within the monarchy continues to grow year after year. A woman many believe could become one of the most important royal figures of her generation, Catherine. And for many people watching Trooping the Colour, her presence may have revealed even more about the future of the monarchy than anyone expected. While Prince William's role during Trooping the Colour attracted considerable attention, there was another royal whose presence generated enormous interest, Catherine, the Princess of Wales. Over the past decade, Catherine has become one of the most admired and influential members of the royal family. And during this year's celebration, many observers felt her importance to the future of the monarchy was impossible to ignore. As she appeared alongside Prince William and other senior royals, the public reaction was immediate. Crowds cheered, photographers focused their cameras on her, news organizations around the world highlighted her appearance. It was another reminder of the unique position she now occupies within the royal family. Catherine's popularity has not been built on dramatic headlines or controversy. Instead, it has been built through consistency. Year after year, she has carried out her responsibilities with professionalism, dignity, and grace. She rarely seeks attention for herself, yet she often becomes one of the most talked-about figures at major royal events. That combination has earned her significant public respect. For many people, Catherine represents stability, she represents reliability, and she represents continuity. These qualities are especially valuable during periods of change. As the monarchy transitions into a new era under King Charles III, trusted figures become increasingly important. The public wants reassurance that the institution remains strong. They want confidence that future generations of royals are prepared for the responsibilities ahead. Catherine helps provide that confidence. She has gradually transformed from a young university student who captured Prince William's heart into one of the most important women in the monarchy. Her journey has unfolded before the public eye. People have watched her grow into her role. They have seen her support her husband. They have watched her raise a family while carrying out royal duties. And through it all, her popularity has remained remarkably strong. This matters because modern monarchies depend heavily on public goodwill. Unlike governments, they do not govern through political power. Their strength comes from public support and public trust. Few members of the royal family currently inspire that trust as consistently as Catherine. Trooping the Colour provided another example of this reality. Every appearance she made generated headlines, every photograph attracted attention, every interaction was closely observed. For many viewers, she looked entirely comfortable in a role that may one day place her at the very centre of the monarchy as queen. That possibility naturally leads many royal watchers to ask an important question. Could Catherine become one of the most influential queens in modern British history? Only time will answer that question. But if Trooping the Colour revealed anything, it is that her influence continues to grow. She is no longer viewed simply as Prince William's wife. She is increasingly viewed as a central figure in the monarchy's future. Yet even as Catherine attracted enormous attention, another royal quietly demonstrated why experience still matters. A royal who has spent decades serving without seeking the spotlight. A royal whose dedication has earned admiration across generations. Princess Anne, and her role in the future of the monarchy may be far more important than many people realise. While much of the public attention during Trooping the Colour focused on King Charles III, Prince William and Catherine, another royal quietly reminded everyone why she remains one of the most respected members of the royal family. Princess Anne, for decades, she has been one of the monarchy's most dependable figures. She rarely makes headlines, she rarely seeks attention. And yet, year after year, she continues to carry out her duties with remarkable dedication. In many ways, Princess Anne represents a different generation of royal service, a generation that believed duty came before publicity, work came before recognition, and commitment mattered more than popularity. That reputation has followed her throughout her life. Often described as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family, Princess Anne has spent decades supporting charities, attending official engagements, and representing the crown both at home and abroad. What makes her particularly respected is her consistency. Through changing governments, changing public attitudes, and changing generations, she has remained focused on her responsibilities. She simply gets on with the job. That approach has earned admiration not only from royal supporters, but also from people who may not normally follow royal news. Even critics of the monarchy often acknowledge her work ethic. During Trooping the Colour, Princess Anne's presence served as a reminder of something important: experience matters. As the monarchy prepares for the future, it still relies heavily on individuals who understand the institution from the inside. Few people possess that knowledge more than Princess Anne. She has witnessed some of the most significant moments in modern royal history. She saw the reign of Queen Elizabeth II up close. She experienced the challenges faced by the royal family during periods of intense public scrutiny, and she has watched younger generations grow into their roles. That experience makes her an invaluable source of advice and support. Many royal commentators believe King Charles III places great trust in his sister. The bond between them has strengthened over the years through shared responsibilities and shared experiences. As the king navigates the demands of his reign, having someone like Princess Anne by his side provides continuity and perspective, but her influence extends beyond the present. She also serves as an example for the next generation. Prince William, Catherine, and the younger royals can look to her career as a model of long-term public service. Her life demonstrates that royal duty is not about a single appearance or a single headline. It is about showing up year after year, regardless of circumstances. That lesson may prove increasingly valuable as the monarchy moves forward. And perhaps that is what Trooping the Colour revealed most clearly about Princess Anne. She may not always stand at the centre of public attention. She may not generate the same headlines as other members of the royal family. But behind the scenes, her influence remains significant. She represents stability, she represents experience, and she represents the kind of unwavering commitment that has helped the monarchy endure for generations. Yet as important as individual royals may be, the most powerful message of Trooping the Colour was not about any one person. It was about something much larger, the image of a united royal family standing together before the world, and that image may have revealed more about the future of the monarchy than anything else seen during the entire event. As Trooping the Colour drew closer to its conclusion, one moment captured the attention of millions around the world: the Buckingham Palace balcony appearance. For many viewers, this is the highlight of the entire day. The military parade has ended, the crowds have gathered, the aircraft prepare for the famous flypast, and then the royal family steps onto the balcony together. It is a tradition that lasts only a few moments, yet those moments often become some of the most discussed images of the year. Why? Because the balcony appearance is about more than celebration. It is about symbolism. It is about presenting the monarchy to the world. And this year the message seemed clear: unity. As King Charles III stood alongside senior members of the royal family, the public witnessed multiple generations gathered together. The king, the future queen experienced senior royals, and the younger generation waiting in the wings. For supporters of the monarchy, it was a reassuring image. An image that suggested continuity, an image that suggested stability, an image that suggested preparation for the future. That matters because monarchies are built on public confidence. People want to know that the institution remains strong. They want to know that future leaders are ready. And they want to believe that the crown can continue serving its role for generations to come. This is one reason why royal appearances are carefully watched. Observers are not simply looking at who is present. They are looking at what those appearances communicate. And during Trooping the Colour, the balcony scene communicated something powerful. The monarchy is bigger than any one individual. Throughout history, monarchs have come and gone, generations have changed, yet the institution has endured. The balcony reflected that reality. King Charles III may lead the monarchy today, but standing nearby were the individuals who may guide it tomorrow. Prince William and Catherine represented the next chapter. The younger royals represented the chapter after that. Together, they formed a living picture of continuity stretching into the future. That image is especially important during periods of transition. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II marked the end of an extraordinary era. Many wondered how the monarchy would adapt. Many questioned whether public support would remain strong. Events such as Trooping the Colour help answer those questions. They provide an opportunity for the royal family to demonstrate unity and purpose, and this year's event appeared to do exactly that. But perhaps the most fascinating part of the balcony appearance was not who was present, it was who represented the future. Every camera seemed eager to capture Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Every smile, wave, and reaction generated excitement among royal fans. Because for many people, these young royals are not simply children attending a ceremony, they are the next generation of the monarchy, and their growing visibility may reveal one of the royal family's most important long-term strategies, preparing the public for the future long before it arrives. Yet while the image of unity was powerful, there was another aspect of the event that attracted significant attention, not who appeared on the balcony, but who did not. And that absence sparked conversations around the world about the royal family's future. While Trooping the Colour projected an image of unity, there was another aspect of the event that generated significant discussion, not who appeared, but who did not. Whenever the royal family gathers for a major public event, attention naturally focuses on those standing together on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Yet attention also turns to those who are absent. And once again, many conversations centered around Prince Harry. For years, Prince Harry was one of the most recognizable members of the royal family. As the younger son of King Charles III, he grew up in the public eye alongside his brother, Prince William. The two brothers shared experiences few people could fully understand. They grew up under intense media attention. They experienced the loss of their mother, Princess Diana, and for many years they appeared to share a close bond. Today, however, their lives have taken very different paths. Prince Harry now lives primarily in the United States with his wife, Meghan Markle, and their children. Since stepping back from royal duties, he has focused on new projects, charitable work, and family life outside the traditional structure of the monarchy. As a result, his absence from major royal events often becomes a topic of discussion. Trooping the Colour was no exception. For some observers, his absence served as a reminder of how much the royal family has changed over the past several years. For others, it highlighted the challenges faced by any family living under constant public scrutiny. After all, behind the titles, ceremonies, and traditions, the royal family remains a family. Like many families, relationships can become complicated, disagreements can occur, paths can diverge, and sometimes people choose different directions in life. What makes the royal situation unique is that these personal developments unfold before a global audience. Every interaction is analysed. Every appearance becomes a headline, and every absence sparks speculation. Yet one important point often gets overlooked. Trooping the Colour is ultimately about the monarchy as an institution. The event focuses on the monarch, the continuity of the crown, and the individuals currently carrying out official royal duties. That is why the attention remained firmly focused on King Charles III and the senior working royals throughout the day. Still, Prince Harry's absence raised an interesting question. What does the future of the monarchy look like? The answer appears increasingly clear. The institution is centering itself around a smaller group of senior royals: King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Catherine, Princess Anne, and a handful of other working members of the family. This streamlined approach reflects the king's long-standing vision of a more focused monarchy, one that concentrates responsibilities among a smaller number of senior figures. Whether that strategy succeeds remains to be seen. But Trooping the Colour provided a glimpse of how that future may look: a monarchy built around a core team working together to maintain stability and continuity. And as viewers watched that core team appear before the world, another realization became impossible to ignore. The future is not only being shaped by today's senior royals, it is already being prepared for the next generation. A generation represented by three young faces who continue to capture public attention wherever they go: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. As Trooping the Colour continued, many viewers found themselves drawn to a familiar sight: not the king, not Prince William, not even Catherine. Instead, their attention turned to three young royals standing alongside their parents: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. For many people watching around the world, these children represent the future of the monarchy. And that is precisely why their appearances matter so much. At first glance, it may seem like they are simply participating in a family tradition, but royal appearances are rarely accidental. Every public appearance helps introduce the next generation to the people they may one day serve. The royal family understands something important. The future of the monarchy depends on continuity. It depends on ensuring that each generation becomes familiar to the public long before they inherit greater responsibilities. That process is already underway. Prince George, as the eldest child of Prince William and Catherine, stands second in line to the throne. Although he is still young, many people already view him as a future king. Every year, the public watches him grow. Every appearance generates interest. And every milestone becomes a reminder that the monarchy is planning decades ahead. But George is not the only young royal attracting attention. Princess Charlotte has become increasingly popular with royal supporters. Many admire her confidence and composure during public events. Despite her young age, she often appears calm and comfortable in front of cameras. That confidence has led many observers to predict that she may one day become an important supporting figure within the royal family. Then there is Prince Louis. Perhaps no young royal attracts more attention during public events. His expressions, reactions, and playful personality frequently become some of the most talked about moments of the day. What makes these moments so valuable for the monarchy is that they create a human connection. People see more than titles, they see a family, they see children growing up, and they become emotionally invested in the next generation. That connection helps strengthen public interest in the monarchy's future. Trooping the Colour demonstrated this perfectly. While the ceremony celebrated King Charles III's official birthday, countless headlines focused on George, Charlotte, and Louis. Photographs of the young royals spread across newspapers, television broadcasts, and social media platforms around the world. This level of attention reveals something important. The public is already looking ahead. Many people are curious about the future. They want to know who will carry the monarchy forward in the coming decades, and they are beginning to form impressions of the next generation long before they assume larger responsibilities. In many ways, this is exactly how the monarchy has survived for centuries. Each generation prepares the next, each generation introduces its successors, and each generation reassures the public that continuity remains intact. That is why the presence of George, Charlotte, and Louis may have been one of the most significant aspects of Trooping the Colour. They reminded everyone that the monarchy is not focused only on today, it is focused on tomorrow. And perhaps that leads to the biggest question of all. After everything we witnessed during Trooping the Colour, the king, the future king, Catherine, Princess Anne, and the younger generation, what does it all reveal about the future of the monarchy itself? The answer may be clearer than many people realise. After the marching bands fell silent, after the aircraft disappeared from the sky, and after the royal family stepped back inside Buckingham Palace, one important question remained. What did Trooping the Colour actually reveal about the future of the monarchy? The answer can be summed up in 3 words: continuity, preparation, and stability. For months, royal watchers have debated what the future may hold for the institution. Some have questioned whether the monarchy can remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. Others have wondered how King Charles III will shape his reign. And many have asked who will carry the crown into the next generation. Trooping the Colour provided some answers. First, it revealed that King Charles III remains firmly in charge of the institution. Throughout the ceremony, he stood at the centre of the day's events. His leadership was unmistakable. The monarchy may be entering a new era, but the king made it clear that he intends to guide that transition himself. Second, the event highlighted the growing importance of Prince William and Catherine. If there was one message that appeared impossible to miss, it was that the Prince and Princess of Wales are preparing for greater responsibilities. They are no longer simply the future of the monarchy. In many ways, they are already helping define its present. Their popularity, visibility, and influence continue to grow with each passing year, and many people now view them as the foundation upon which the monarchy's future will be built. Third, Trooping the Colour demonstrated the value of experience. Figures such as Princess Anne continue to provide stability and support behind the scenes, while younger royals prepare for future leadership. Experienced members of the family help ensure continuity during the transition. That balance between experience and renewal may be one of the monarchy's greatest strengths, but perhaps the most significant revelation involved the younger generation, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Their presence reminded everyone that the monarchy thinks in decades, not years. Long before future monarchs inherit the throne, they are gradually introduced to the public. The process is already underway, and the next chapter is already being written. Taken together, these elements reveal a clear strategy. King Charles III leading today, Prince William and Catherine preparing for tomorrow, and the younger generation representing the decades beyond. Whether someone supports the monarchy or not, one fact is difficult to ignore. The institution is actively preparing for the future. That preparation was visible throughout Trooping the Colour, not through speeches, not through announcements, but through the people standing together before the world. Because ultimately, Trooping the Colour was about more than military tradition. It was about reassurance that the monarchy has a plan, reassurance that a new generation is ready to step forward when the time comes, and reassurance that one of the world's oldest institutions intends to continue evolving while preserving the traditions that have defined it for centuries. That may be the most important lesson of all. The future of the monarchy is not something being discussed behind closed palace doors. It is already taking shape in plain sight. And this year's Trooping the Colour may have offered the clearest glimpse yet of what that future could look like. As we look back on this year's Trooping the Colour, it becomes clear that the event was about far more than a royal celebration. Yes, it honoured King Charles III's official birthday. Yes, it showcased centuries of military tradition. And yes, it brought thousands of people together in the heart of London. But beneath the pageantry and ceremony, the event revealed something much deeper. It revealed a monarchy preparing for the future. Throughout the day, we saw King Charles III continue to lead the institution during one of the most important transitions in modern royal history. We saw Prince William stepping confidently into a role that will eventually place him on the throne. We saw Catherine strengthen her position as one of the most admired and influential members of the royal family. We saw Princess Anne demonstrate why experience, dedication, and duty remain essential to the monarchy's success. And we saw the next generation, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, beginning their own journey in the public eye. Together, these moments painted a picture of continuity, a picture of preparation, and a picture of stability. For supporters of the monarchy, that image offered reassurance. For observers around the world, it provided fascinating insight into how one of the world's oldest institutions continues to adapt to a changing era. The monarchy has survived wars, political change, social transformation, and generations of public scrutiny. Its ability to evolve while preserving tradition has been one of the keys to its survival, and Trooping the Colour demonstrated that this process continues today. No one can predict exactly what the future will bring. The challenges facing the royal family will undoubtedly continue, public expectations will evolve, new generations will emerge, and the world itself will keep changing. But if this year's Trooping the Colour revealed anything, it is that the monarchy is actively preparing for those changes, not someday, not years from now, but right now. Perhaps that is why this event attracted so much attention around the world. People were not simply watching a ceremony. They were watching the future take shape before their eyes, and whether that future unfolds exactly as planned remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the story of the British monarchy is far from over, and the next chapter may already be underway. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest royal stories. And now we'd love to hear from you. After watching this year's Trooping the Colour, who do you believe will have the greatest impact on the future of the monarchy? King Charles III, Prince William, Catherine, or Princess Anne? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next royal story.